There's a private club in Florida where billionaires eat lobster, presidents plot their futures, and fortunes are guarded like nuclear codes. Mar-a-Lago isn't just a mansion, it's Trump's ultimate fortress. But what happens when another titan Elon Musk starts tearing at the walls of that empire? What's behind this clash? The Gilded Gate. Behind every shiny Trump logo is something more invisible: structure. Over 540 business entities, each one engineered to protect wealth, isolate risk, and maximize control. Some exist just on paper. Others are running multi-million-dollar properties or global licensing deals. And at the center of this vast network, one building, Mar-a-Lago. Now here's the thing. Mar-a-Lago isn't just a house or a resort. It's a living, breathing headquarters, a command center where personal brand, political influence, and business decisions all collide. Think of it as both a luxury club and a war room. And in 2023 to 2024, it needed to be, because that's when a surprising feud sparked between Trump and the only other billionaire who dominates headlines like he does, Elon Musk. Let's back up. Mar-a-Lago. The story of Mar-a-Lago goes back to the 1920s, built by serial heiress Marjorie Merriweather Post and eventually handed over to the federal government. But it sat mostly unused until Donald Trump, always the dealmaker, scooped it up in 1985 for a fraction of its worth. He converted it into the Mar-a-Lago Club in 1994, a private, members-only enclave for the ultra-rich, offering ballrooms, a spa, 128 rooms of luxury, and the kind of privacy even the Secret Service can't guarantee anywhere else. And then came the presidency. Suddenly, Mar-a-Lago wasn't just glamorous, it was powerful. Trump hosted heads of state like Xi Jinping and Shinzo Abe there. Classified meetings, major policy chats, campaign strategies all happened over dinner under chandeliers. Today, in 2025, it's arguably more important than ever. Why? Because it's protected. The club operates under its own LLC. The residence portion where Trump lives is sealed off. It's both a financial engine and a legal moat. And if you're wondering, yes, it makes money. Millions annually from initiation fees, annual dues, weddings, fundraisers, and media exposure. It's the kind of self-sustaining symbol that few public figures own outright. So why risk that? Why pick a fight with Musk? The Trump-Musk war unfolds. The battle didn't start with rockets or real estate. It started with data, influence, and platforms. Trump had Truth Social, his media platform under Trump Media and Technology Group, and Musk, of course, had X, formerly Twitter. At first, the two had a kind of mutual respect, but once Musk took over Twitter and reshaped it into his own chaotic playground, the tone shifted. Trump's team accused X of shadow banning Truth Social links, censoring conservative voices, and stealing ad traffic. Musk clapped back subtly at first, then more directly. He mocked Trump's app, questioned the business model, and even hinted that the whole operation was being propped up for political gain. On June 5th, Elon Musk went nuclear. In a now-deleted post on X, he dropped what he called the really big bomb. Musk wrote, "Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT." Musk directly accused Donald Trump of appearing in the unreleased files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, implying that the reason Trump hasn't made those files public is because he's implicated in them. This accusation lit the internet on fire. It was shocking, explosive, and of course completely unconfirmed. But it didn't matter. The damage was already done. Musk deleted the post, but screenshots spread like wildfire. Trump's response? He seemed completely unfazed. Speaking to CNN, the former president brushed the whole thing off with a signature jab. "I'm not even thinking about Elon. He's got a problem. The poor guy's got a problem." Suddenly, you had two moguls, one the voice of American conservatism, the other the self-declared free speech absolutist fighting for the same digital real estate. Influencers had to pick sides. Investors watched nervously. And then, just when you thought it was just online sniping, the business war began. The brand's armor. So why didn't Trump lose ground? Why, in fact, did his brand actually grow during this high-profile fight? Let's go back to structure. You don't survive a business war with a guy like Musk unless your foundations are bulletproof. Trump's empire, as of 2025, is compartmentalized and decentralized. Real estate ventures like Trump Tower, 40 Wall Street, and Trump International Hotel Chicago are held in separate LLCs. Each property is like a sealed chamber. So if one gets hit, say, from a lawsuit or market dip, the others are untouched. He's also diversified. You've got Trump Golf with over 17 resorts worldwide, including Turnberry in Scotland and Doral in Miami. Then there's Trump Hotels, Trump Ice Water, Trump Productions, and even old entities like Trump Model Management, some defunct, some dormant, but still part of the web. And let's not forget World Liberty Financial, a relatively new venture where Trump holds over 15 billion governance tokens, earning him $57.35 million in 2023 alone. That's crypto money. Modern, borderless, and totally detached from anything Elon Musk controls. Mar-a-Lago itself is irreplaceable. It's not just a home, it's a command center that Trump legally fortified during his presidency. After his term, he made the private quarters even more exclusive. No member has access to the family's section. It's secure, both physically and financially. In short, Trump's empire is built not just for wealth, but for resilience. He expects legal fights. He builds entities for them. He expects brand attacks. He builds loyalty programs, clubs, and messaging platforms around them. Even Truth Social, once mocked, now anchors a wider media group. It's tied to podcasting, publishing, and streaming. His 2023 disclosures showed its valuation had jumped thanks to a SPAC deal, and though volatile, his TMTG Holdings LLC stake remains extremely valuable. So when Musk fired shots, Trump didn't flinch. He activated different parts of the network. The golf division hosted fundraisers. The political entities raised donations, Mar-a-Lago booked press events and influencers. And through all of this, the Trump children Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, Tiffany, and Jared Kushner all played supporting roles, managing sectors of the empire or media responses. Trump's next big play, right in the middle of political storms, lawsuits, and global controversy, the Trump family quietly launched Trump Mobile. It's more than a phone plan, it's a statement. The T1 phone, a gold-colored device stamped with Trump slogans, hits shelves this summer for $499. And the monthly fee, exactly $47.45, an unmistakable nod to Trump's claim as the 45th and 47th president. But here's the twist. It's not actually made by the Trump company. It's a licensing deal again. They keep the brand, skip the liability. Eric Trump says it's for hardworking Americans who want a phone that reflects their values. It's built in the US, with call centers based locally. The service runs through the nation's top 3 networks, most likely Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. But that last one, T-Mobile, now has to compete with something named T1 Mobile. That's not a small branding move. What's wild is how carefully this business dances around regulation. Trump has personally clashed with the FCC before, especially when targeting media he dislikes. Now, that same agency will oversee a phone service connected to his name. Conflict of interest? Maybe. But it's not the first time he's blurred those lines. And yes, Trump's done this before. Back in the day, he hyped a telecom MLM scheme called ACN, which eventually got sued. That playbook? It's still being used, just with shinier packaging and way more Twitter traffic. Enduring legacy. Today, in 2025, we can step back and see the bigger picture. The Trump brand didn't just survive, it evolved. It used the Musk feud to strengthen its identity, and not just politically. In the business world, Trump re-established his relevance. He's no longer just a real estate mogul. He's a media boss, a crypto investor, a mobile brand owner, and still somehow a presidential figure. Mar-a-Lago is now more than ever a symbol of that survival. It's the nucleus where family meets finance meets influence. A former residence turned private fortress. It hosts billionaires, political allies, foreign diplomats, and sometimes former presidents who are still actively shaping global headlines. And what's most surprising, Even people who disagree with Trump politically still recognize the scale and complexity of what he built. A man who structured over 540 businesses, each with its own protections, revenue model, and branding layer. Who turned controversy into capital? Who used legal challenges as just another day's work? So, here's the real question. In a war between titans, between legacy power and modern tech, who really wins? Trump didn't take down Musk, and Musk didn't take down Trump. But we saw something rare: how a brand survives, adapts, and even grows under pressure. That's the power of structure, of foresight, of being more than just a name. If you found this breakdown insightful, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments. What's your take on the Trump-Musk dynamic? Let's talk.